Hey folks, this is Ryan from ORS Racks Direct, just outside of lovely Montpelier, Vermont on the perfect spring day. And we're going to show you the Thule 480 Rapid Traverse roof-mounted base system. This is the premium option when you look for vehicles with naked roofs. So when you look into the fit guide to determine which rack system you need for your vehicle, and you've got a naked roof, such as this one, meaning there's no factory racks or rails or tracks or factory mounting points. You just got a smooth roof without rain gutters. You go into the fit guide, you're going to see probably a few options. The 480 Traverse. You're also going to see the 400 XT possibly. That's the older version. The 480 is replacing the 400 XT and the 400 XTR. The replacement for the 400 XTR is the 480 Rapid Traverse, and here it is. And you can see that the difference mainly is the aesthetics. You know, the standard system has a square bar, works great, but this system has this aluminum aerodynamic shape bar, very, very sleek looking. And if you'll see how it's mounted on the truck, it looks a lot more like a factory rack, and that's the whole idea. The foot, you'll see, integrates to the underside of the bar rather than clamping around it, and it just looks a little nicer on a fine vehicle such as this 2010 Tundra here. Another thing to point out, there's also a channel running the length of the top, and certain accessories, bike carriers in particular, use adapter kits called X-Adapts, and that tray will rest right on top, and it's a nice clean look as well, rather than clamping around the bar. So, that's that about the Rapid Traverse option versus the standard option. As far as setting up, the reason why Thule went back to the drawing board with their naked roof system is because the 400 XT was a great system, but it was a little, time consuming to set up, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up the Rapid Traverse. It's unbelievably easy. It's great. So when you get your system, you're going to get a set of the feet, which come with the end caps, by the way. The end caps don't come with the bars. So you got your feet and your end caps. You're going to get your set of load bars. And one quick thing to say about the Rapid system is that the bar length that is designated for your vehicle is your only option. And it's because the foot integrates into this channel, and there isn't enough length in that channel to accommodate if you were to go to the next longer or shorter bar. You've got to stick to the length that's designated for your vehicle. In this case, for the Tundra, it's a 60-inch load bar, and that's our only option. If you want to go to a different length bar, a longer bar, you got to go with the standard system. All right, back to the setup. And also you need, of course, the fit kit. And for the Tundra, it's the 1555. And with the fit kit, you get 4 clips, 4 base pads. These are actually wrenches, but they're torque wrenches, and I'm going to show you how these work. These are super slick. You'll get 4 of these, and you get a measuring tape, and you get the instructions. And in the instructions, very important, 4 measurements that are critical to setting up the system. First measurement is the distance between the 2 feet on the front crossbar. The second measurement is the distance between the edge of the windshield to the front edge of the foot. The third measurement we're going to set up right now is the distance between the 2 feet on the rear crossbar, and believe it or not, sometimes that is going to be different because the contour of the roof actually can change slightly from front to back. And then the fourth measurement is the distance between the bars themselves. For the rear crossbar, on this it's 48 and a quarter between the 2 stays. And the easiest way to set it up so it's centered is to first find the center point of the bar, which I've marked here with a pencil, and then you divide the distance that these need to be by 2, and then you can measure from here. So 48 and a quarter divided by 2 is 24 and an eighth, and so it's that simple. You measure 24 and an eighth to that center line, and you're good to go. Now the foot here, to engage, you lift this lever, and that will release the tension on this tab, and that tab is what is going to slide into that channel. And it slides in just like that. And then again, I'm looking for that 24 and an eighth, and that is right on the money. Once you've got that, you throw this lever in a nice solid engagement, and that is done. Then you need to install the clip, and the clip is just going to fall right into place. Now, this torque wrench is used to loosen and tighten this bolt here. And you want to make sure that that thing is loose enough so that it's out of the way of the clip. And that bolt is going to fall right into that hole there. Now come on over and check this out. You've got this little plastic tab, and that's going to kind of guide the clip into place. You just line it up, and again, make sure that this is out of the way. There we go. And then you push it down, and it should fall right into place so that the clip is now behind this little tab, and that is all ready to go. Way easier than the old 400 system. All right, now we're going to put it up on top of the roof. The last thing I'm going to do is, of course, put on the pad. And the pad, as you can see, has a pretty unique shape to it, and that is a very specific shape for the vehicle. So the clip and the pad are what are specific here for this vehicle, and you'll see how that will line up with the contour of the roof. And then basically that just settles on right there. And I'm going to take a quick break, let this plane fly overhead, and then I'll show you how to install it on the roof. Okay, so we are ready to go. We've got our rear crossbar, we've got the feet mounted, we double checked to make sure that measurement is accurate. It is. Before I slap this on, the other thing that I did, I took my wrench, and this bolt in here that the clip settles onto is what you're going to use to tighten the clip into place. And this is a torque wrench, and I'll show you how that's going to work to help you determine the appropriate amount of tension. But what I do is I loosen this bolt as loose as it'll go. And there's a stop, so you can't back it out too far. And that way, the clip will be completely out of the way when I rest it on the roof. Just makes it a lot easier. So now I'm ready to drop it on the roof. And when you place it on the roof, you're going to see right away how the pad settles onto the groove, the contour, and the clip is going to fit right into place. So when we tighten this all down, it is going to be a real solid, smooth connection. Now the last measurement is, again, the distance from the front crossbar to the rear crossbar, and you measure that from center to center. And on this vehicle, the measurement is exactly 27.5 inches. So again, center to center. Went a little too far back. 27.5, right there. Perfect. Maybe a little bit more. Boom. Okay. And of course I'll measure that on the other side as well. And now I am pretty much ready to go to tighten down. And here is how easy it is. So you take your wrench, and again, this is a torque wrench. And let's take a quick look at this thing. You'll notice there's a centerpiece in green and a long line running the length of it. And then there are two offset notches. And when you achieve the appropriate tension, these are all going to line up. And you will know you've got it nailed. So here we go. And you place that in, and you just spin and spin and spin and spin. And you'll notice everything's starting to tighten up. The clip will start to hug the contour. Okay, now it's really starting to get close. One more turn, I think it'll do it. Yeah, there we go. So as I was turning it, and you have to be turning it so that it's tensioned, but you'll notice, you see how the gray outer piece is starting to move independently? And when you go to turn it, those lines line right up perfectly. So I can probably go one more turn, and you can see that's a perfect straight line now. And that's the appropriate tension. It's foolproof. It takes all the guesswork out. Then you can just click that into place, lock that thing down, and repeat on the other side, and you're done. Last step, of course, put in your end cap, and I would recommend a 4-pack of locks so that you saw how easy this is to take off and put on, so don't make it easy for some, loser to come along and steal your rack system. Throw a 4-pack of locks in there and protect your investment. So there it is again, 480 Rapid Traverse. Doesn't interfere with the door or anything like that. Nice and clean look, premium. And of course, you'll notice when you put racks on your vehicle, they will make a little bit of noise. Even though these are aerodynamic shaped, you might notice some howling, especially at higher speeds. So it's always a good idea to slap a fairing on. The fairing will push the air up and over the bars and will quiet that noise down. And honestly, it's one of those accessories that you might not think you need until you get going, and then you go, gosh, I need a fairing. So 873 XT is the appropriate fairing for this guy. Make sure you look at the fit guide to get the right length you need. All right, well, thanks again, folks. My name's Ryan, ORS Racks Direct. Have a great day.